So I'm here, it's early in the morning, waiting for them to draw a ton of labs, and then, sorry, I'm in the hospital, gotta keep my mask up. I'm waiting for them to draw a ton of labs, and then I'll be put under anesthesia, and they're gonna do the bone marrow biopsy. Here we go. So, they have poked me a lot of times so far. Just trying to get an IV, trying to draw some blood. Took on about 2 hours. Still haven't gotten the blood, but we finally got an IV in. Finally! So now I guess all that's left is drawing all of the blood. It's like 23 vials of blood that they need. And then doing a biopsy. I just got out of the bone marrow biopsy and I didn't feel a thing. Oh my gosh, like, I don't think you guys know how happy that makes me, but in the past, every bit of anesthesia they have ever tried to give me has not reacted with my body, and I have felt everything during every surgery, every biopsy, everything. And I was finally out the whole time and didn't feel a thing. And I am very grateful for that. Very, very, very grateful. So whatever the new medication they tried this time, I'm grateful.
How about this one?
Is it going?
No. Slowly.
I don't know.
So do you prefer to go nighttime?
I don't know why you guys can find the sweet spot, but is it going?
Blood flowing.
Go the other way.
So, it's always really hard for them to draw my blood, whether they are doing it through an IV or just through a normal needle. And so I often actually help them draw my blood. I'll move the IV around in my vein, move it to different positions, push on it, lift it up, just to try and help the blood flow a bit easier and make it so that they don't have to poke me in a bunch of different spots so many times. So yeah, it's always quite interesting. This drawing of the blood was actually supposed to happen earlier that morning. They were supposed to do my labs and then I was supposed to go into the biopsy, but it had taken hours just to get the IV in, so they sent me into the biopsy first, and I was groggy because the anesthesia obviously worked, and so I went back down to the lab and was helping them draw my own blood again. And that little tube that she just pulled off, that one vial, that was one of 23 vials of blood that they needed. And let's see, they were just drawing that for the last 3 minutes just for one tube. Oh, my lovely, lovely veins.
I know you might need to like flush it halfway through or something.
Is it stopping again?
Yeah, it like flows and then it stops.
You're so intense.
Like, it's that one spot. And like, I was like,
Dude.
you want a break? And I was like pushing on it and nothing was happening.
She's got
You
it.
can see my fingers like white because I'm
Yeah,
pushing
she's
so
pushing
hard.
so hard. I'm
Don't
like,
forget to breathe.
I don't want to push the
Do you want your cold washcloth and start to sweat?
Get you some water.
When I was
Is
in,
this good or a little bit more?
I was in isolation at the U hospital in March,
Yeah, that's good.
and when I was in there, the nurse was
Next
like,
tube or are we gonna?
I've never had somebody help me draw their own blood before. I was like, dude, whatever it takes to not have you poke me again, I will help you move this IV any way you need, as long as you're not gonna poke me again.
When are you getting a pick?
On the 18th.
Of August?
Yeah.
Oh. It's gonna be amazing.
I know. Although I really hope that by the time they release me, so I'm gonna be in for the transplant.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 weeks. I hope that they'll put a port in when they release me instead of keeping the PICC line, because that stresses me out at home.
Do you get any sight? No, how do they decide? I haven't worked for very long, so I don't know.
I don't know here. I know at Intermountain, they, like, after like 2 weeks of it, I just wasn't recovering as well because I was so stressed out all the time, like emotionally and mentally, so that my body wasn't recovering.
Right.
And so they put a port in instead, and like I started recovering so well because I wasn't. That was so. It was so stressful.
Having something like that.
I know that for transplant, they like the lines because they have like.
Well, they have to have you hooked up to a bunch of different things. But once they release you, after those 5 weeks, they should be able to put a port in, because all you're doing is coming back for blood draws and checkups after that. You're not attached to anything after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously this blood draw went on for another 10-15 minutes to get the rest of the blood drawn. But now we're on our way to the recording studio.
Hi, can I get over?
So we are on our way to record, my brother and me. Yeah. So we're here and we're about to start recording. Let's keep it, but do a whole nother take. Just obviously not. All right.
The impossible part we gotta figure out. I feel like you're coming in too fast on the second one. Yeah.
Let's just try it again. Let's go again.
Alright. I think we do. Let's try it one more time. You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me. So don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, but fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me.
We can walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all.